What's up guys, it's Jojo from Chaos Hammer and I'm here with another war recap, this time against the clan Wolfpack. And as you can see, we were victorious. So we did use every single one of our attacks and I just love when that happens, so good job Chaos Hammer. They did have a couple Town Hall 11s, we didn't have any, we only had Town Hall 10s and 9s. And then we were able to 2-star the second Town Hall 11 and just 1-star the first, their number 1. Then we were able to 2-star all of their Town Hall 10s. We were able to 3-star one of them, and I will show that in the later on, and then we were able to 3-star every single one of the Town Hall 9s. And they did have, I think it was 3 or 4 Town Hall 8s on the bottom. So we were able to knock those out as well. So let's head on into the attacks that I thought were cool. Most of our wars have had just a whole ton of GoVaHos, or mass Valks at Town Hall 10. But I was really happy that, especially with some of the boosts, the changes that are coming up with some air, with the air troops, it was really nice to see that we had a few GoLaLoons or LaLoon attacks with Queen Walks and that sort of stuff. And so I'm going to actually show some of those in this war recap. And the first one here was done by Ermac on number 23. This is a fresh hit, and he has his queen that's gonna do a whole lot of stuff for him in this attack. So he drops her right in the center, and then drops a couple of wizards to start creating the funnel. He has her with, I think it was 4 healers. He's gonna drop a rage for her right here, drops some wall breakers to open up that wall so that the queen will head right in. You'll see that this queen will take out few high HP hit point buildings. She will take out that enemy queen right here when she steps in. So he's gonna drop the first poison right there to soften up that, to slow down that enemy queen. And then when the queen goes right in, he's gonna lure the clan castle, drops a second poison for them, then will pop her ability so that the archers and the queen will knock out that dragon no problem. So from there you see that his queen has already knocked out one of the air defense and will now will take out that second air defense right there. He drops his king to start tanking for those 2 archer towers, drops a couple loons in on that side, then drops his 2 lava hounds and then targeted loons onto those defenses, drops a rage for the loons as they're heading in straight into the center of the base. He still has he now drops a few more loons, and then his lava hound. You can see that his 3 lava hounds are on the base. One of the lava hounds has popped. He drops his last couple rages to help. I mean, look how many balloons this guy has. And then there are absolutely no defenses that can hurt his loon. So you can see that he just wrecked this space, and it was a fresh hit, so that just makes it so much sweeter. So really good job, Ermac. The next attack that I thought was cool is actually this one here, done by Clasher. He's one of our old timers. This is a cleanup attack, and he comes at it with a GoLaLoon with Earthquake. So what he does is he drops a couple, no, it looks like 3 minions to start creating that free funnel right there. Drops a golem, a bunch of wizards to start clearing up those trash buildings, opens up the base with the earthquake, then drops his king and queen, and then a few more wizards to back up the kill squad. Right here, when the CC troops come out, he rages all of those troops just so that they can knock out the dragon and the loons pretty quickly. So from there, you'll see that he has already knocked out one of the air defenses. His queen is now stepped in so that she can knock out that second air defense, and when that happens, he starts letting out his hounds. He just lets out the two right on top and then drops a few loons on those defenses up at 10 or 11 o'clock, then drops his third hound, sorry, from about 8 o'clock, and then the rest of his balloons are in there. So you can see two of his lava hounds have popped. He has a good bunch of balloons there in the core, just knocking out those defenses. He has that last lava hound tanking for the okay, that one was actually on the mortar, and then the loons will just head right in untouched by the archer tower. Just one sliver of health left on that last lava hound, but there are no more defenses that can hurt his loons, so there it's cleanup time. So really good job, Clasher. The next attack that I thought was cool, let me just flip over my notes, was this one here on number 13. It was done by Cosby, and it is a cleanup attack, and he also comes in with a GoLaLoon. So he drops, I think he will drop his one minion up on top to just get those right from the beginning, just some free cleaning up there. He drops his max golem, and then his own golem drops his earthquakes to open up the base. Has a few wizards to create the funnel, drops his king and his queen. When the CC troops get lured by the golems, he did drop his poison, drops a rage, drops a heal for his kill squad. They will now, I mean, the two air defenses are down, so there you can see his queen and king are still alive. He still has his golem doing some tanking, and then those wizards are knocking out some defenses. And right here, he's now gonna start the LaLoon part of his attack. So he comes at it with one lava hound, drops a few balloons for each of the defenses that are on the outside ring. His second hound went in perfect timing right before the first one popped, so it was still there tanking, and then the third lava hound comes in from the top, is able to soak up some of those black balloons, and I mean, he just has loons all over the place when there are what it looks like just one more, just pure ground troops. So he also will have a lava hound that will not pop, but there are just so many balloons and just so little base left to take care of. So really good job, Cosby. So the next attack that I thought was cool is this one on number 12. It is a fresh hit by Casey, and it is a GoVaHo. So what he is going to do is he comes at it with a bunch of minions up at like 11, 12 o'clock. Free cleanup right there. Then we'll drop his wizard over at 9 o'clock, and then drops his two, I believe he's gonna drop his two golems, and then just the rest of the wizards to clear up all of that. So from 9 to 12 o'clock is completely cleared. His minions are actually doing some more work. will drop a jump. He drops his Valks in, his max Valks are going to head in, drops his poison as soon as the clan castle comes out, drops his second jump, and then a heal just to keep those Valks moving forward and moving healthy. So there you can see that the Valks trigger a double giant bomb set, which is pretty sweet. They will, yeah, they knocked out the enemy queen already, and there he drops, I think it was two hogs on that distracted crossbow expo, and then he has dropped the majority of his hogs over at the like 8 o'clock, and then drops his heal there for his hogs to just continue on along the base. His king and queen are still up. The hogs are there in front, so the golem has been left behind, but they're just jumping from defense to defense, knocking them out one at a time. And there you can see there's just one more mortar left, and so we are just gonna speed it up and head on into cleanup mode. So good job, Casey, on that sweet fresh attack. The next attack that I had liked was this one on number 10, done by Chaos. It is also a fresh hit, and he comes at it with a Queen Walk, no Golem. He has just some Valks, balloons, and hogs. He just looked at the base and figured out what they needed. So there, he's dropped his queen and then her 3 healers. And first he had dropped a giant and a wizard just so that the queen would not continue clockwise. So here she's just gonna knock out a whole bunch of the defenses that are here. He drops in 1 hog to get the lure, drops a poison, an early poison, so that by the time the dragon gets in there, he has her raged up, has dropped the second poison now on top of the clan castle troops, and under rage the queen is able to, he did pop her ability actually. So now she will take out the enemy queen. So she's already taken out the clan castle troops. She's taken out the enemy king. He drops a wizard, a giant to tank, opened up the wall with wall breakers, dropped a jump and then a heal just for his Valks and his king and queen and all of them, and then now has started off with his hogs coming in from the left, drops a heal for his hogs. It was a good spot because there was a giant bomb there. Actually, there was 2, but because of his pathing, they did trigger them one at a time. And there you can see that his Valks are still doing a whole bunch of work, but his balloons are now coming in on those ground attacking defenses. Actually, no more defenses left. We are in cleanup mode, so really good job, Chaos, on that sweet fresh hit. So the final attack that I thought was pretty cool here was actually this one done by King Leonidas. It is a fresh hit 3-star against this Town Hall 10, and he comes at it with a golem that will, help create his funnel, and then a golem in the CC, and then just, wall breakers to open up the wall at 2 different areas, then drops his Valks to do the rest of the funnel. Then they're gonna start heading into the base. He drops out, I think he had like 19 Valks, drops a jump for them just to go straight into the core, rages them up so that they're just ripping through this base. Then freezes, I think he was able to grab the 2 infernos, so the Valks and the king were able to just head right in. He drops a heal for them, perfectly placed. So they are, then they're just gonna have to beat through that second wall. Drops a heal for them so they can they can stay up while they were beating the wall and then getting hit by those defenses. So that was really smart. So he has like his Valks are way back up on health, and then they have, they've knocked out 2/3 of the base already. And so his king and queen are, he hasn't even used their abilities yet. He has Valks just, cruising through the base. He just has a few more defenses left, and the Valks actually knock out the very last archer tower. Do they? Nope, the queen actually does. But there you can see there's nothing left for cleanup. He pops their ability just at the end, just so that, yeah, I mean, that was pretty darn sweet. So really good job, King Leonidas. So that's it, guys. I do have another war recap to do tonight as we prepare for this update that's going to be coming up. Hopefully, I believe that everyone's saying that it's going to be happening tonight. So yeah, so look out for this next recap coming up shortly. Good night. Bye.